Hello, welcome to Stage Centre Productions. Welcome, come on in, enjoy.
Hi, how are you today? Come on in. It's Kathy from the box office. We've probably talked on the phone before. We're so happy to have you here at our Stage Centre open house. Enjoy your tour.
I'm Robin Phillips. I've been with Stage Centre for 37 years. Now, I want you to know that props are anything that are handled or hang on the walls or on furniture. So it's a lot of different things. On this side, you'll see we've got some sconces for hanging on the walls. Then we have serving pieces for meals or drinks, that kind of thing. Down this aisle, we have china and tableware of different eras. I like to show people that this is a little jug from probably the 1940s, so you put that on stage and it helps to evoke that era. Then we have display pieces to go on bookshelves and furniture, and again we try to keep different eras so that you've got modern, you've got very old-fashioned, and that way it helps fit the play. Little boxes here, we have anything from guns and knives to doilies, pens, straight pens, fountain pens, and papers that look appropriate for eras. Here we have lighting, candles, oil lamps, some of them electrified so that they can light up on stage. We're not allowed to use live flame, so we also have some flicker candles that are battery to make them look like they are actual flames. And then we get into the more modern era, sometimes not entirely modern. We want something that looks like it's from the 1940s or 50s. And we get into clocks from different eras and phones, the old daffodil phones and fancy French phones. We have to collect the eras because you can't always just come up with them drop of a hat. Modern things, there's no problem, but we keep things from different eras. Sometimes we have to make up bottles. If it's mentioned in a script, the particular brand, then we need to make up something that looks like that. And beer bottles, they have screw tops now. They used to have the pop top, so we had to get these and make that. Antique store treasure. Things that we have made over the years to look like from much earlier times. And of course fireplace things and things for display. We got luggage from different eras. Again, you don't want something that's really modern that's supposed to be in 1850. We have the flowers so that we can make up bouquets and background pieces for garden scenes. We have sheets, towels, bedspreads, all of those things, and books and things for the walls and mirrors. Some of these, there's a trick to this. It has the foam in it so that it won't take up a lot of weight on stage on bookshelves. Sometimes bookshelves have to be able to move and you don't want them laden down with heavy books. And here we've got rifles, swords, canes, umbrellas, all of these things that we've used over the years. Urns for flowers and things. This old fellow has been in something we're on stage a long time ago, but it's actually just cardboard, despite hopefully looking like metal. Have all our cushions for the furniture gallery and our old trunks, that kind of thing. So that we collect these pieces because you can't just come up with them when you need them necessarily, and they really help to represent the era. So that's why we have such a big collection. So this is our wardrobe. This is a huge room. We have a huge stock of costumes, which we're immensely proud of. This is a very good example on the door here. This is the kind of costume that we say makes a statement. When an actress needs a real interest, that's the kind of costume that is perfect. And down all these rows are costumes all sorted by periods. We have men's first, and they're sorted by suits with 3-piece suits, 2-piece suits. And then we have all our ladies' costumes, and they're sorted by period. So medieval, Elizabethan, modern period. We have a variety of shoes, boots, even skates that we need for certain shows. So as you can see, we have a huge collection of costumes that we can take out, see if it fits, and then we make it over to fit a different show. So we're always constantly reusing. This is one of my favorite costumes. This is King Henry VIII from A Man for All Seasons. And you'll see in the middle here, this is the costume sketch that our director at the time and our costume designer, he made the sketch, and then this costume was made by our wardrobe ladies. And you can see how detailed it is. All of these things are done by hand. And so this is a lot of hours of work, this costume. But as you can see, when that comes out on stage, that makes a statement. This is our sewing room. Over here we have a display of purses. You can see they're from different periods. We have quite a collection, which I'll show you later on in the back. And then over here we have gloves and jewelry. Also have a big selection of those. We have to match those up to each costume that we do. This is a hat that we've made from Amadeus, and behind you over here is the costume from Amadeus, so those go together. That's all been made by the wardrobe ladies in our group. A lot of this is handwork. The costume is sewn, and then we put on these. Each of these is glued on by hand, all of the sequins that are here. Down here we have a display of our shoes. We have to have all different kinds of periods. So you can see we used boots, we have skates from a certain period. So we actually sew in here each week. There's a group of ladies, I'm one of them, that we come every Monday and we do whatever costumes are needed at the time. All of these boxes over here are full of fabric. Over here we have all of our buttons and pins and domes and needles, all the things we need to do our work. And then behind us over here, we have all sorts of trim. Trim is very important with costumes. This costume, for instance, was used in Three Musketeers. And then we added some more things to it to use it in Amadeus. So it wasn't long enough for the actress that was wearing it, so we just added this trim, and then we added this to make it work with the period. So we do a lot of recycling. We do a lot of reusing. And then again, this trim has all been sewn on by hand.
Hi, I'm Dave. I do the set construction. Generally what happens is the designer will come up with a concept or sketches or a photograph or a picture from a catalog, more often something like this, and then I go to work and figure out a way to put it all together and build it. So generally, if you've been working with a designer for a while, like I have with Karen, she knows that I'll build what she wants. She just generally has to give me a concept. Yeah, this stove I made for taking sides. The designer gave me a picture from an old catalog, I think it was an Eaton's catalog, and said, can you duplicate this? And so basically I did, made it out of wood, put inside. The legs we had in stock, so I didn't have to build those. But as I said to everyone, the most difficult thing I spent the most time on was getting this return to go back to the wall, because you had a round stovepipe, you had a round pipe coming out, trying to make that cut so they fit together. I spent more time doing that than half the stuff at the bottom.
Oh my gracious me!
But it's black, and it looks from a distance it looks real. And the door, when the door opens, so they can put their log in.
And the log looks so real. They're real.
They're real. This actually weighs as much as
The whole thing.
this weighs as much as the whole thing. Okay.
Kind of a bit ridey looking, as it. And we make a form for the seat. And with the beauty of foam
And then
and
the
batting
sandwiches and goodies are here.
and fabric, we go from there to this.
And then some
We do typically the average year is 3 plays. Yeah, and then those kids also they get training kids that actually
Thanks for coming to our open house at Stage Center Productions. I hope you enjoyed the tour and you saw all of the wonderful little details that we had that you probably weren't aware of. And don't forget to renew your subscription. We have a wonderful season coming up. And as you probably may not know, we will have 6 plays for you next year to compensate for the one we lost this year. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.